Hello, welcome back. Okay, so life is full of ups and downs, and this is how the harmony creates your life. Like, if you want a life without harmony, this is crazy. It's not possible because everything needs to have a music inside of it. I know someone that he had such a really hard childhood. I'm not gonna really say what kind of life he had, but now I'm seeing his life and I'm saying, wow, what a beautiful, great life in the outside, okay? I don't know his inside. Like, I don't know what type of problems does he have right now, what kind of struggles, but the outside, when I'm comparing to his past, I'm like, wow, this is a peak that's so high. He's right now in his, gorgeous moments. But then I remind myself this, like, wow, Astra, there was a time that he said this actually to me, that he was comparing himself with me. And I was like, what? Oh, my phone is ringing. Okay, so where I was. Okay, I was saying this, that when he said, like, you were like a role model for me, I was like, what the heck? No way. Like, me for you. So it was like, so every person in this life, okay, has got some advantages that you're so used to have them that you cannot see their privilege. This is the point I'm saying. Like, you were born with those advantages, with those talents, that they seem so normal to you. And you cannot understand the value that these talents are giving to you. So when you're seeing someone has got a better life than you, then you start to compare yourself to the outer. And you feel like, okay, she has got this. I don't have such a thing like that. He has got such a beautiful moments right now. I don't have those moments right now. But this is the point, that the life is like a harmony, ups and downs. You know, the mathematicals, like ups and downs. It goes up, down, up, down. It's not like a just stable line. It goes ups and down, and you should have this mindset. When you are in the up moments, you should be grateful for all of that. Use it for your own advantage. Feel it 100%. Feel it. And do not be so selfish, like, yeah, this is my moment, I'm gonna live like this forever. There are going to be some downs in your life. You don't know when. So don't take that for granted. And when you're going to your downs moments, have hope that one day everything will change for you. As day by day, everything changes. No matter what, no matter how life goes so hard on you or so freaking easy on you, that sometimes you ask yourself, wow, it works so easy right now. Is everything normal? This is the function word, like, God made it this way. Ups and downs, ups and downs. So with these moments that you are up and down, success, failure, success, failure, 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 success, there is going to be a note, a harmony that your heart can feel. And when you start to look back into your past, you see, wow, I had such a beautiful life in joy, pain, And that was all the music. And I wasn't really enjoying it. I wasn't really knowing that this is my life. I'm having the perfect time right now. I don't know it, but I'm so concerned about the future that I'm really missing here now. And I'm like, okay, so you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen next for you. So bad. Surprise. That's a surprise of life. That's a surprise of life. I remember I picked a subject at university and I was like, why I should do this? Oh my god, I wish like I had that lesson sooner than this. Now I have to go with this field and this class. This is not my thing to do. And I was like, I don't like it. And in the middle of the term, something gorgeous happened to me. And I was like, wow. So it was all about this surprise in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, that was the peak moment of my life in those seasons. And I was like, okay, so maybe everything that you think is bad has something really great in it that you need to feel it. And maybe something that you can say, wow, this is perfect. This season of my life, this is perfect. But in that season, you will recognize a dark side of yourself, of your life, that is really triggering you. And you're like, why now I'm not satisfied? Like everything is working for me. I'm really enjoying my life. The goals that I wanted, now they are here for me. And I'm like, but something is missing and I'm still not satisfied. And I'm like, okay, so this is the cycle of wanting something, reaching, and then there is a gap between them that you're still want something that you don't know. Okay, so if I reach the next goal, then I feel it. I will feel it. I will be acceptable. I will be recognized by everyone I love. And then they will point me as someone who is good, lovable, and gorgeous. And I'm like, this is a really a bad loop for your own self. You're gonna escape the loop, or the loop will hunt you down. So, all of us as a human, we are going after a feeling. The feeling of being accepted by my family, by my friends, by the love of my life, by the people who I work with, to show them how lovable I am, to show them they can really rely on me, admire me, see me as someone. We are all looking after those feelings. Okay, so if I get that job, that amount of salary, then I will feel power and freedom. And okay, so you get that level of freedom and power by that amount of salary. And what is after that? Now I need to be lovable, so I'm going to pick someone to be my friend, to be the love of my life, and I will show everyone that I am the person who deserves to have love in their life. See, every time you are searching for a feeling, you put your goals as not reaching the goal, to reach that feeling after receiving that goal. So let's just a little bit reverse this cycle for you. So you can live right now with being satisfied. So you can feel the power right now, the freedom right now. Not only when you achieve that goal, not only with that criteria you are making for yourself. You're like, okay, so I want to make that amount of money so I can feel the power. Okay, you want to be free, right? You want the power to feel free so you can choose by yourself, not anyone else will choose for you. All right, so how I can really give that freedom to myself right now? I have got that amount of money and I cannot do such a thing that I like, so I cannot call myself a free person. How I should feel that feeling right now, even though that I didn't reach that goal. You know what? You are measuring yourself by experiencing stuff. I'm saying it one more time. You are saying to yourself, this is a lie, okay? This is a lie. You are saying to yourself that being in that kind of activity will give me the relief I want, will give me the satisfaction, the freedom that I want to feel. If I go and spend my time in that activity, then I will feel released, I will feel calm, I will feel everything that I am right now. But you are gripping yourself to that idea, to be in that position, in that time, so that I can feel like that. You are lying to yourself. Why? Because you are making yourself so limited. Only to that circumstances I will feel calm. You're lying to yourself, but you don't know that you are lying. You think that if you had that type and that amount of money to be in such a place like that, then you will feel something that you're missing. But the point and the truth is that you are making a fake picture, let's say a fake the way that you're storytelling is a lie and fake dopamine. Because why? Because while you're in Instagram, people are showing the good side of their lives, okay? And you're like, wow, so this should be a happiness. If I am in that such a place like that, a holiday like that group of friends, then I will feel worthy and happy. But you don't know this, that it can be a lie. You are not limited only to approach that feeling with those type of tools, okay? You can have that feeling with everything around you right now. And you might say, no, this is crazy. You know why this is crazy? Because you are only seeing the surface. You're not so deep enough to go more. And I'm like, oh yeah, when I go to the concerts, like the crazy concerts that everyone loves to go, and after that, I feel nothing. I feel like, okay, that was all the joy they were talking about. Like, wow, that singer, oh my god, look at him. I was like, that was the all? Like nothing? That's it? I could go reach that feeling while I am reading a poem. And I'm like, those sentences, those harmony that comes from those sentences is really hitting me so hard. And I really feel the joy in those moments that not the expensive concert will give me that type of joy that I'm receiving right now. And I'm like, okay, so I don't know, they were lying to us, or we thought that this is the truth to the pleasure and happiness. And I'm like, okay, so you're saying that with really simple activities, I can reach the joy and pleasure I want? And I'm like, yes, we can. But it's hard. It's so hard to admit it. It's so hard to accept it, that this is actually so easy, but you are going through the hard way. And I'm like, okay, so, but isn't that so odd that we are like this? So why the majority of people showing themselves like that in social media? And I'm like, if everyone is making a mistake, and you see only 1% is doing right, what you're gonna do? You're gonna hit yourself, you're gonna crash with everyone, or you're gonna be alone in that path? The brain, the logic says like, no, be lonely, but do the right thing. So that's it. Maybe you feel so alone in your right path that sometimes you hesitate and you're like, am I doing right? Because it seems that the other people are having fun, they are really enjoying their times. And you're like, okay, but they are showing only a picture to you. And you don't know what is the behind of their life, what is the behind the scenes. You don't know, you have no idea. So if you're alone, but you are giving yourself a good dopamine, the pleasure that you're seeking is so deep that you cannot explain it to other people, and you feel like, wow, but there are so many few people that can understand me. Let them to not understand you, and let yourself to feel the pleasure that you don't need to explain it to other. But you're like, yeah, maybe I sound a little bit crazy when I go with other people. And I'm like, okay, so I rather to be alone. And you're like, the person you need to understand you will meet them. And you don't need to talk. Like when you guys are quiet together, you're like, you feel like, yeah, they know me, they understand me. I don't need to use any word. I don't need to be so chaotic, to make noise, to be so loud that someone comes and see the point, the perspective that I have right now. That's why I was like, sometimes I don't get lots of views, sometimes I get good views, and I'm like, what was the difference between both of them? Nothing. Like, it was all about the feeling that I have right now while recording the video. So it gives me a good feeling. That's was all the thing that I needed from that moment. Views, likes, comments, it only gives you that the signal you were making in that moment was right. And if the signal I was giving to the world was not right, then I would receive the comments that was not right. So whatever you give, you will take. Whatever. It can be this platform, it can be your daily simple conversation with your coworkers, whatever you give to others, you will receive. This is the math. This is the, what they say, equation. I don't know. Like, you cannot expect, okay, let's give hate, and then after that I will feel pleasure and power. No, you won't feel that way. I assure you. You're just lying to yourself. You're faking. You don't know what you're really doing, but you think that, okay, so if I criticize that person, then I will feel the freedom, the pleasure I was seeking for. No. If you criticize with hate, not with good intention, I mean it. If you criticize with hate, then what you will get? You will feel yourself as empty and as someone who has got nothing to share. Not a love, not a good perspective, not a great feeling, nothing at all. So, yeah. I cannot say, let's talk BS and then consider that that was a good thing. Like, you don't need my words. By only a little bit of experiments, you can really search and find out, yeah, that was so true. You don't need me to come and say, hey, remember this, remember that. No, you don't need me. If you really experience that thing, it will be a belief to you after a while, right? That was all I wanted to say for now. I hope all of us all of us right now feel what we need to feel right now. So we can sit back and see ourselves from another criteria. Like, I don't need to measure myself with things society think that is right. Like, every time something goes viral and everyone acting based on it to be acceptable, and you're like, okay, so maybe I need a little bit of detour in my life so I can be more acceptable, because the trend is saying such a thing like that. Go and see what you're missing. Maybe the trend is good. In some cases, it's good. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just another misleading. Because you really cannot be swimming in all of these waves. You need to go and surface, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the word. Surface. What was that sport? Oh my god. My English is done, as you can see. Anyway, yeah, one day you're gonna be exhausted after a while, like, okay, I need to copy her to be a good looking, I need to be copy that person, copy paste. No, stop it. Go and find your true self, someone you can rely on, someone that your age years old person in the past were looking towards you and be like, wow, this is me. Yes, this is you. The person you were acting when you were a child. You were pretending to do such a kind of activities. I remember that I was I was putting all of my dolls. Here's my little beautiful doll, as you can see. Yeah, I was putting all of them like being in a class, and I was talking to them. And I remember I was doing my homework like I am the teacher, and I am, guys, this is my homework that I have to do for tomorrow for school. So I am pretending like what I'm doing right now. That's it, my life. I am pretending that I am doing my homework while I'm teaching to those dolls. And I was like, okay, don't take it for offense, like you are the doll. We are all teachers and students. This is life, yeah. Sometimes I might be the teacher, sometimes I might be the student. But this is a cycle that it goes like that. So, like, really find that true, authentic self of you that you had in your childhood. Because your childlike personality cannot lie to you, because when we were a child, we had no fears of others, what they say about us, the opinions, not at all. We were so full of joy and happiness. Why? Because literally we could move on so fast. Okay, for a moment I had a fight with my bestie. After a while we were playing together. We had such a high ability to move on so fast. And right now we're not like this. Why? Because there is a picture of us that says, I need to be like this every time. I cannot be vulnerable. I cannot show the dark side of me, because then people will judge me. Guys, everyone has got a dark side. Everyone, like, no one you can judge, because we're not in that position to judge anyone. And yeah, go and return back to that personality that you had when you were a child, because this is the true you. Who are you seeking for? Literally. Goals, admirers, likes, fame, whatever. That was the true you, enjoying herself. And have a great time. Bye-bye.